Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Parenting Podcast from Dubuque, Iowa. We're so glad we get to talk with you guys today for a few minutes about parenting. And we're going to begin a new unit of podcasts. We're going to start talking about communication, gut-level communication, very real person-to-person relationship and relating and communicating. A friend of mine one time gave us a little mathematical looking equation for dealing with your children. And it said it used all R's. R plus R minus R equals R plus R, which doesn't really work out mathematically. But what it stands for is rules and regulations without relationship leads to resentment and rebellion. It's so
true.
Crucial, so true.
Mm-hmm.
And even with and we'll just open another subject here also, setting limits. It's up to the parents to set limits. For instance, on setting limits on kids' use of technology. It's a big subject that you have to deal with as a parent.
Yeah.
But in doing that, just like in any other area of setting limits or establishing values, establishing the norms in the home, it's crucial. It hinges upon a real relationship.
Absolutely.
Between the parent and the kid and the
Yes.
child. It just does. And so good, honest communication is what we need. One person said this: good relationship is two-way communication. When one side of the conversation is lost, the relationship is dying. To the degree that equal responsiveness is lost, to that extent the relationship ceases to exist. And that so spoke to me years ago, was that it just spoke to me that we need to relate to people in such a way that it keeps the roadblocks out of the way.
Yeah.
Makes it possible for them to respond. You know,
Sure.
and in other words, there's things that need to be said.
Yeah.
There's things that need to be said, but sometimes we need to find a better way to say them.
That's true.
We can find a better way to communicate, a better way to say things so that helps a person, helps our children to open up to us. You know, to where they stay listening. I remember one person, you want to jump in here?
Well, I was just thinking about how it seems like kids, when they get into that, especially that junior high age, they begin to clam up.
Yeah.
And I understand they're going through a lot of changes in that time of their life, and so they're processing and how do I handle this feeling and that feeling? These are new feelings and all of the social changes and things that they're dealing with. But a lot of kids can tend to clam up at that time and stop sharing with the parent, stop talking to the parent. And I just want you to know that you don't have to have that in your home.
That's right.
I
You
want
don't
to
have to.
encourage you.
Yeah.
If you're going through that and you think, oh, my kid never talks to me anymore, you know what? Don't settle for that.
Yes.
Find a way to break the ice. Find a situation in which that child will communicate with you. Maybe you have to take them out to the batting cage and do something to get that flow going or something like that. But don't settle for, oh, this is the way teenagers are. They never say anything.
Yeah, don't receive that. Don't
Because
receive
like
that.
you were saying, that when the communication stops, the relationship starts to die. And part of the power and the way to be a successful parent all the way through is to keep the relationship alive.
Yeah.
So you want to keep that relationship alive. Now you don't want to treat your junior higher like they're a third grader.
Right.
You know, and you want to communicate with them at appropriate age levels.
Yeah.
But don't allow the silence to take over.
And one last tip: don't be shocked, or at least don't let your don't let it show. You will be shocked, but don't let it show. In other words, when your teenager, your third grader says something, you go, and it just. Oh man, they're gonna shut down on you. You're gonna lose them. Even if you're shocked, never let them see it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
Just
tell
get
mom
ready.
that because she's going to freak out.
Yeah.
You don't want to have that situation where they're holding things in because you might freak out about it.
I promise you, they're seeing things, they're hearing things, they may be even saying things that you have no idea they're seeing those things. But when you hear about them and when they begin to share them or when you begin to recognize it, don't let your startledness show through.
Yeah. Don't freak out.
Don't freak out.
Cool your jets
Yeah.
and take it one step at a time. Pray for them. Pray for your next conversation and move forward, but don't freak out.
You're not the first parent that's ever experienced this. You won't be the last. And others have made it, and you are going to make it. You're doing this thing.
You're going to make it.
You're going to make it. God's going to help you. Have a great week in the Lord. We'll see you later. Bye.